All right, so doesn't stop. We had the takeover in the last video, the invasion, and now it's what day is it? It's Wednesday. So right now I'm packing up these headlights. I'm packing up all my tools. Dogs are in here helping me, and I don't know why I keep wanting to look over here when I'm taping with my phone, but tomorrow my buddy Bill and I are going to pick up a truck for him. He's been wanting an old International. Last week I found a 1955 R-120. It was a pretty smoking deal. The truck looks super straight, looks like a total survivor, unmolested. The only thing I think it's been changed to 12 volts, which is cool. Apparently it's supposed to have good brakes, good tires, we'll see. And then it also has, the only problem it says is that it had one tire go flat and there's a grounding problem. The guy didn't know what was wrong with it. He said there's an electrical problem. So if I have to rewire the truck tomorrow, I will. My buddy Bill was mentioning that, we should run a trailer and go out there and get it. And I told the guy to show me a picture of what it looked like under the hood, and he did. I saw it. I said, we'll drive this thing home. So we're gonna do that. So let's go rescue this truck. Look at this. God dang. Well, we're burning daylight. Let's get her running. All right, the seller told me that there is a problem with the electrical system, so we're gonna go through that first. But yeah, get going on it. All right, some quick walk around stuff with this thing. The seller told me on the phone that the tires have less than 100 miles on them. That seems to be accurate. One of them has a slow leak and it has leaked down. So we're gonna try some tire sealant in it and see if it'll do it. If it's just a pinhole, it's the one over on the driver's side. He said the brakes are good. I got in, I pumped it, they're solid. What we're up against right now is electrical. So I'm trying to move fast, so I'm just gonna tell you what's going on here. The seller described a grounding issue. Now, it's got a GM 3-wire alternator, which in my book is a good thing because that's easy to work with. But as you can see here, it burned up the wire, the charging wire. This wire looks like shit here, and so this is the generator bracket. The alternator the battery is grounded just on this bracket. And so I'm gonna make battery cables. I mean, it's just like these little wimpy cables. So I'm gonna make new battery cables, and I'm gonna ground it here, at least to the, like by the block, you know, so it's gonna be grounded like right there. And so when I ground it here, I'm gonna get out my flap wheel too and just clean this stuff up really good. And these bolts that are going into it, I'm gonna clean up this surface here and this one here. Get the bolt all cleaned up on both sides and get the back sides of these so that we're making a lot of good contact. I'm gonna get in there and clean out those holes too, probably tap them out. So right now the starter is not responding. The solenoid's not kicking it over. I pulled the solenoid off, kicking around in there, and there's a little bit of water damage here on the starter. So I'm hoping that it's mostly just a grounding thing and the starter isn't burned out. But if that's the case, maybe we can get it pull started. He said the fuel system looked good and that it ran fine when he parked it. So I looked in the gas tank expecting to find the worst, and it looks like it's full of almost new gas. It doesn't smell old at all. And of course that glass bowled Holly 1904. So anyway, this truck, super cool. Just been cleaning it up. I haven't found a dent on it yet. The only thing that I really found, which is not surprising on a truck like this, but it's surprising on a truck this clean, is this one cab corner. So, I mean, one cab corner, I'll take it, you know, that's pretty badass. So it's got the full running boards, everything. Haven't found a dent on them. Literally have not found a dent. Oh, too soon. There's a little dent here, but like, you know, 45 minutes with body hammers and dollies and you probably won't even notice it. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to work on this. I would have a camera set up, but I'm just trying to work fast and get this thing on the road. So this is the boring part.
Hey man.
So we're past Texarkana, headed towards Dallas, and then we're gonna go down to Austin. We've had the truck up to about 63 or so. Don't really like to have it up that high, but between 55 and 60 it seems to cruise pretty good. Stuff that's happening under the hood, obviously, like I said before, I was trying to get stuff done, and put a new alternator on it. Took the starter all apart, cleaned it all out. I mean, it was disgusting. But the starter does not work, so we've had to roll start it, pop the clutch. But I mean, runs like a little watch. So it's got the SD 240. Yeah, it's got the factory bed extensions. It was originally Number 46 Gulfstream Blue, which is kind of a light bluish gray. While we were working on it, the seller came out, told us that the seller is actually younger than me. I mean, I guess I think I'm younger than I am, but he said he drove this all through college and was originally sold in Oklahoma. He was a third owner, but the first two owners, it was in the same family. It was ordered from International through the Wichita branch and delivered to Medford, Oklahoma. So anyway, it's driving great. Here's one thing that I think is so cool. It has fully intact the original Grote taillights. These are so hard to find. I collect them whenever I can find them. I think I have a complete set of like probably driver grade, but these are crazy. The only thing, it's missing the passenger side factory taillight bracket, but other than that, she's a beaut, Clark. It's just a beautiful old machine. Here we are in Italy, Texas. We're back at the gas pump. The truck's just idling. Coming out of Dallas, well, between Texarkana and Dallas, the truck started missing, or kind of running rough. And I noticed that on the deceleration, I'd get a lot of popping and backfire. So that's typically a sign of a lean mixture. So I pulled out the choking up so that it would stop popping on the deceleration, and now but when you idle it, you kick in the choke. So I'm probably gonna have to go through the carburetor, but for now it's running great. The thing is, you don't want to run it too lean because you don't want to crack a valve or something, because when you run it lean, it runs hot. So anyway, everything's going good. I mean, it's running great. Just, oh yeah, hard on the neck. Man, those are just too cool. One more thing I want to add. Obviously, no speedometer. I've been using my phone app for that. We've been averaging about 60 since about halfway between Texarkana and Dallas. However, other than the alternator light, we've got no gauges. The amp meter only, it's not reading anything off the alternator, and fuel doesn't work, oil doesn't work, and temp doesn't work. So we're running without gauges. The only way we're checking fuel is we're, running and checking fuel mileage by the gallon and by the odometer in the chase truck there. So the last time we filled up was averaging about 11 and a half, which is actually kind of low. I'd expect it to be a little more between 13, 14 if this motor's tuned right, but it could be also that we got it wound up so much. It could also be with the weird mixture and the carb needing to be adjusted, but so we figured with the 15-gallon tank at 11 and a half, we got probably a cruising range of about 172 miles. So we stopped here at around 155 miles, and we just put in a little over 13 and a half gallons. So pretty fair assessment of our cruising range. So I think the next stop is, right now we're in Italy, Texas, at the Stuckey's, the Tiger Mart, and the next stop will be in Temple at Buc-ee's, because we got to load up on some Buc-ee's hot sauce and use their uber clean shitters. All right, well, we just did the math, and we're up to from 11 and a half to 12 miles per gallon. So we're actually going faster, and then I adjusted the choke, and now we're getting better mileage. So we'll see how it goes. We're gonna fill up at Buc-ee's next, top it off, and see how we're doing.